Y'all really said I want to hear the trauma story of the comedian. Yesterday, I asked y'all if the publishing company that rejected the trauma-informed comedic memoir that I wrote was correct in their assessment that none of my comedy fans want to hear trauma content from me. And the truth is, there's humor in this trauma. I cannot thank you enough for every single comment of letting me know loudly that you would like to hear a real true story about someone that has gone through trauma. One of the things that makes comedians so funny is their backstory. I did not get an easy go at life. Humor is the way that we cope with things. I got to the point a few years ago where my PTSD triggers were so intense that I was having multiple triggers a day. But one of the most challenging things about having multiple mental illnesses is the complexities around other people not understanding the suffering of trauma survivors. Being a trauma survivor is not like a cool, like, oh my God, you guys. It is debilitating at times because your brain and your body are disconnected, and learning how to cope with that is extremely difficult. So if you're somebody that is working on their nervous system and you're working on being a regulated baddie instead of a baddie that feels like you're constantly surviving every single part of your day, hi. Me too. This past year has been one of the hardest years of my life. Period. Multiple events happened that triggered past events in my life that made it very difficult to even just get through the first 6 months of the year, which I talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel. But during that time, I decided to write a memoir. I wanted to write something talking about what it really feels like to struggle, because I know what it's like to feel so alone, which is another complexity of being a trauma survivor, is that when you realize people don't have capacity to hold space for you because they literally don't know how, you don't open up to anyone. You are there with the weight of the world on your shoulders, meanwhile trying to just be okay for that day, and everyone else is like, oh my God, you're not over it yet? I'm super grateful to have an amazing partner who is a support to me, but one of the complexities about being a trauma survivor is that you literally learn in your body that people are not safe anymore, and it takes a really, really long time to build trust enough with someone to even open up a little bit. And if they don't catch you in the way that you need to be caught, it creates another trauma that you now have to heal from, because your nervous system has learned once again, it's not safe to open up to anyone because they can't catch you when you're about to fall. The way that I could give a TED talk on what not to do when a trauma survivor starts opening up because they're trying to reteach their nervous system how to feel safe in a relationship again. Don't immediately change the subject because you're uncomfortable. Oh no, let's not do that. So I heard you loud and clear. You want a memoir that is full of the real stuff. Thank you so much for all your support. And there's so many of us that are not only healing from our childhood right now, but we are helping our nervous systems move through the complexities of having mental illness in a time where everything feels uncertain. You have found your people. Laugh with us, cry with us. I'm just so grateful that you're here with me on this journey.